My project is on neon lights. Back to the past in the 1600s, the theory dates back to 1675 before the lights were even invented. Yes, this is unbelievable but true. A French astronomer, John Picard, studied a faint glow in mercury barometer tube. You can see an very old one from, I believe it was like the 1700s, on the left. And then when this tube was shaken, a glow called barometric light occurred. The cause of this was static electricity, but John did not know this in his lifetime. However, the people began to investigate his work, and he would be a huge contributor in defining light sources. There's also liquid mercury on the left, and the planet Mercury. That's really old. In the 1800s, electric discharge lamps. In 1855, the Geissler tube was invented, named after Heinrich Geissler. You can see an example on the left, bottom left. A German glassblower and physicist, many inventors would soon conduct experiments with Geissler tubes, electric power, and various gases. If a Geissler tube is placed under low pressure and electric voltage was applied, the gas would glow. By the end of the 1890s, several different types of electric discharge lamps were invented in the United States and Europe at this time. An electric discharge lamp is basically a lighting device consisting of a transparent container. Within, a gas is energized by an applied voltage, and thereby it's made to glow. And there's different colors because he just did a different shade of glass on the outside. By the end of the 1800s, neon was born. It was discovered by William Ramsay and M.W. Travers in 1898, and it's very rare. It's a very rare particle in the air. We actually breathe it. A French engineer by the name of Georges Claude was the first person to apply an electric discharge to a sealed tube of neon gas to create a lamp in 1902. He is on the left, and an example of one of his earlier lamps is in the middle. Georges Claude displayed the first neon lamp to the public on December 11th, 1910 in Paris, and on the right, I believe that's a very similar lamp. It's very large. It's a machine to make it. It's patent time. Georges Claude patented the neon lighting tube on January 19th, 1915. It was a U.S. patent just over $1 million. And on the right, you can see his patent, and it's basically a diagram of where the pieces go, and then on the left and right is him explaining different parts of it and how you use it. And he had to explain it so nobody else could say that it wasn't his work. And in 1923, Georges Claude and his French company, Claude Neon, that's where they got the name Neon, introduced neon gas signs to the United States by selling to a Packard car company dealership in Los Angeles. Early St. Anthony purchased the two signs reading Packard for $24,000, and he was a car dealer, and cars back then were only like $2,000, so that was basically like 10 cars. How do you make a neon sign? Well, a neon sign takes a lot of skill and time to make. You need 4-foot to 8-foot glass tubes, and on the left and right, they're each slightly bigger. In order to shape these tubes, you need to heat it with lit gas and compressed air. Then you can score the tubes, which basically cut in them while cold, and then with a file you snap them when they're heated and then apart. Next, the tube is shaped. You shape it into the words or pictures, and it's partially mirrored the compressed air. After that, it is short-circuited with high voltage current at over 500 degrees Fahrenheit. I believe your oven only goes up to like 450. And then lastly, neon is backfilled to a specific pressure dependent on the diameter of the tube. And they're both advertisements at the bottom, Corvette and Red Bull. So neon light improvements. Yeah, I have a great idea on how I could improve neon lights. First, you make reflective glass, which is on the left, and it comes in different colors, into a cube or rectangular prism. After that, you place the neon lights on the right around the outside of the cube or prism. Then you can attach a mirror behind the reflective glass. When you turn on the neon lights, they'll bounce around the reflective glass, and the mirror will create a huge array of colors. So as you can see on the left, there are blue and yellow reflective glass. So if it goes with like yellow, well, green, it'll create blue and green. You should also attach the two smaller mirrors slightly bent on the sides of the rectangular prism. I came up with this idea because I remembered shooting my green laser into a mirror, another mirror, and it shined all over the room. And here's my works cited page. A lot of information came from inventors.about.com, and then the patent came from Google Patents, and then a little bit of information came from Wikipedia. And that's it.